Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 127 of Super Kelly Brothers podcast for June 20th, 2021. My name is Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
Happy Father's Day
Happy Father's Day.
to all the
Have a nice
dads
one.
out there enjoying themselves, getting spoiled rotten, and all
Yep.
that stuff. It's nice nice one day a year. We finally get a time to shine.
I think it's a sort of you can have that, isn't it?
I know it's I don't know.
Got to get something back, don't we?
I suppose so. I mean,
As men.
some would argue the other 364 days are equally ours as well.
Well, anyway, let's not go there.
Yeah. Well, I had a lovely day today.
What did you do?
Sam made a cinema day today, so we utilized the old theatre room, and she made popcorn and hot dogs and some sweet potato fries, which is very nice.
Nice.
And we just made a day of it and watched the movie. So
Very nice.
Yeah.
So you still in lockdown?
Very much so. Yes.
All right.
I think it's until the 20. I don't know. I really don't know when it is till. Nobody's telling us.
Till the next one.
Till the next one, yeah. I mean, the figures are.
We're not.
I know.
Yeah,
the rest of the world isn't.
Yeah, we went out for lunch. Had a nice big burger, and that's all I've had today because it's like the size of my head.
Burger, yeah.
That's not that bad, no.
Yeah, better chance it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you have a nice day?
It was nice, lovely. Aye, that was great. Aye.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Yeah, we're still very much under lockdown. Like, if you want to go to the mall, you got to have a reason to go in there, and then when you do go in there, you can't browse. You can only go directly to the shop, get what you need, leave, that kind of stuff. So it's all still
like
lockdown,
heavy lockdown like we had. Our shops were shut.
I mean, so the grocery shops, the supermarkets like Sobeys and whatever, there are other supermarkets available. They're pretty much open 25% capacity, I think it is. But mostly everybody's staying indoors anyway, so they never exceed capacity now. In the early days, the first wave, you'd have to stand outside to get into the supermarket. That's not the case now.
That was my favourite lockdown.
That was my favourite lockdown as well. We had to stand in the pouring rain to get into a superstore.
Queuing wasn't good.
No, yeah.
That one in the winter wasn't cool.
No. Ironically, keeping people outside, they're more likely to catch a cold. Who knew? Yeah. So yeah, I had a lovely day. I'm glad you had a lovely day, and I hope everyone else who celebrates Father's Day today had a lovely day as well.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to spend time with your kids is always a good idea. Obviously, the two that don't live with us, they called and sent texts and stuff today, so that was nice as well.
Right. So. Yeah. Well, Hannah wasn't here, but Jane done well.
Oh, that's good.
That was nice.
Cool. Shall we talk news?
Yeah.
So the games industry, they had a bit of a soiree at the start of the week, and it was virtual. So there was no E3 last year, but there's an E3 this year, and the big three: Nintendo, Sony, and some other company. They did a lot of presentations around what was coming to their games, and for my money, I'll tell you right off the bat, I think Microsoft won.
For my money, they did as well.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. There's your bombshell.
Yeah. For my money, Nintendo. I don't know if it was the expectation for Nintendo stuff that they didn't quite get there.
Everyone who's expecting new hardware, do you think? Is that what they were expecting, the Pro Switch announcement?
I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. I was never expecting that, but I
I
think
wasn't expecting
everybody else was.
Yeah.
And I think we were expecting Metroid, which we did get arguably, but not the Metroid that we were looking for.
Or deserved.
These are not the Metroid you're looking for.
Yeah. Do you know, it felt like that Metroid thing. I was like, oh, it's in 3D because it started off in 3D. The video, the trailer for
I thought it was it. I thought it was the announcement.
It's gonna be a 3D version of Metroid. That's interesting on the Switch because you could sit and play it handheld. It'd be awesome. And then it became this like, do you remember Shadow? Oh God, what was it called? Shadow Complex from Chair Entertainment. It looked like that because that was basically a 3D Metroid type thing, and I'm going like, this game feels like it's like 10 years ago, and I think it's been. I don't know if it's been worked on for 10 years, or they worked on it a bit, shelved it, and then they brought it back out again.
It's the same. It's the same developer. It's the same developer as the latest. Oh God, was it? It was a 3DS Metroid game that came out. Which was it was the same developer as that, and they just continued to develop one for the Switch apparently.
And somebody was saying that the animations as well are the same as the pixel versions of Samus as well. So I wasn't too impressed. The only thing I was impressed with, it started off with Smash Brothers, which I get
they always do that. It seems to be
a lot of people like Smash Brothers. It's not for you and me, but the Mario Party one is interesting. I know a lot of people like Mario Party, and the WarioWare one as well coming to the Switch because I like all those like little crappy mini games. I got one on the PSP from Atari, and it was great as well. It was like don't touch the control. I can't remember what it's called. It was called don't touch the controls or don't touch the television or something. And it was all these like WarioWare mini game things that you had to do. It was like you had to like press the numbers fast, and then it would like okay and select all the words that begin with G, and you went, all that kind of stuff.
They're always quite quirky, aren't they? Those games.
Yeah.
Mario ones.
Yeah,
I quite like them. Don't know if I'll get it though, but they're quite fun, I suppose.
That's kind of what I thought all the way through watching E3 is all these games look great. Like Halo looks great, Battlefront 2040, whatever the hell it is, looks great. All Battlefield 20, whatever it is, looks great.
Battlefield,
am I going to play them? No.
No.
Like I don't have time.
I haven't jumped out.
So there was nothing there. Yeah. The only the ones that I took note of was Back for Blood, which is a sequel for Left 4 Dead. Because I was like, oh, that's interesting. They made a sequel to that. I mean, there was a sequel already because I think it was like Left 4 Dead 2. It might be a Left 4 Dead 3 as well. Anyways,
the big one was Breath of the Wild 2, though, obviously.
Yeah, but it was another It was just like we're working hard on it.
Yeah.
And then they showed the kind of Portal things that they were doing, but I mean, it wasn't like gameplay footage. It was just teaser type stuff.
Yeah.
I
thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
It was probably the best thing they showed, put it that way.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Did you watch the Ubisoft presentation? I missed it. Normally that's the one that I hone in on because they always do really cool stuff. I think Ubisoft.
Yeah, this was quite good. I thought.
Yeah,
this was pretty good.
Yeah,
I had Watch Dogs downloaded because it was part of the PlayStation Plus thing.
Yeah,
but it was like a timed thing, so it was only available for like a month.
Oh, really?
So I was like, right, I'm going to settle down and have a look at this and play it, and it timed out. I was like,
wow,
great. Can't play it.
I have Watch Dogs 2, but my machine wasn't beefy enough to play it, so I got this new machine, and it's perfect to play it, but I don't have a graphics card, so I can't play it.
We should probably edit this bit
Why?
out.
Oh,
Two non stories. Aye,
no, I think
I liked Ubisoft's one. I thought it was good. Where's this game that they announced years ago? A couple of years ago, the Good and Evil one, the sequel to that, Beyond Good and Evil, is it?
yeah. I don't know.
Remember,
Yeah, Beyond Good and Evil.
showed his stuff and they showed his stuff and it seems to be completely shelved.
Evil 2?
Yeah, I don't think it. I don't think they mentioned it.
It says up and coming action adventure game developed by Montpellier Studio. Yeah. It doesn't say.
I don't think they mentioned it.
Stable.
Could be wrong.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what's coming out. They announced a whole bunch of other things like oh god, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the Elder Scrolls guys, Bethesda. They announced a new RPG that's set in outer space. Called Starfield. Right. That's it. Again, trailer looks amazing. Who knows? I mean, there was announced at the Outer Worlds 2 trailer. It said, "Look at this amazing trailer with all the slowdown stuff." They were like tongue in cheek, and they're going like, "This isn't actual gameplay footage. None of this is real. We haven't done anything. We haven't even started it." And they were quite upfront about it. But Bethesda were all like, "This is going to be awesome." And then it's going to cut to everything T-posed as usual for a Bethesda game.
That's the thing. So they showed far too many cinematic. They show far too many cinematic things instead of gameplay.
Yeah,
you know, it's always kind of annoyed me.
But the problem with this E3 is last year was tumultuous, so you didn't basically all the game studios had to work effectively remotely for the vast majority of last year, and I don't know how that's worked as far as game companies are concerned, because they tend to be quite secretive game companies and don't like you working in remote areas unless it's in one of their offices. Right. So I'm not too sure if that's had an impact on delivery schedules or anything to do with that. But I think that's why, for me anyway, it was a fairly lackluster E3. There was nothing there that really thought to myself, I need to day one this.
No. PlayStation 5 don't have enough content. PlayStation 5 doesn't have enough content for some reason at the moment.
Yeah.
Xbox for me, won it. But I mean, the games they showed, I thought looked fantastic in the Xbox, and about 70% of them, which I think you're going to tell us the list, are going to be available day one on Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean that's the Game Pass, and I'll read through the list just now. But the Game Pass thing for me is the reason why I would recommend. If somebody said I want a game next generation games console, which one do you recommend? I would say Xbox.
100%.
I mean, to be honest, I'd say PC, but
I
would say Xbox.
I was that away from getting one.
The X Series X.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can you get them?
No, that's why I didn't get one. You can't get them. They're sold out everywhere.
But if you could, you'd get an Xbox.
That's how
Series
far
X.
I was, though.
Not far. Would you get the X or the S?
Definitely. The digital one. Half the price.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can expand it.
Yeah.
Although I think it's expensive to expand it. Can you plug it?
I mean, I think you can probably plug in. I think you probably just plug in a hard drive that's quite fast. You could probably do it.
Okay. I don't think it's as simple as that. I think it's a funny. I think it's a strange connection. It's not just a USB
These strange
connection.
connections. Oh, is it?
And it costs about £200 for this bloody thing. One of those ones.
That's not so good.
That's why the PS Vita failed though, because they had their own proprietary.
Yeah, but that was Sony and their stupid memory stick things.
It cost like £300 for 32
gig. Yeah. Anyway, so what's coming to Game Pass is Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. I'll move this over here so I'm not talking away from the mic. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, The Ascent. I should say these are June and July. August is Hades, 12 Minutes, Psychonauts 2. September is Aragami 2, Sable, Back for Blood, which is that Left 4 Dead sequel. That's the beginning of October. And then Age of Empires 4 is also October. Forza Horizon 5 is November.
The biggie.
It looks really nice. Shredders is December 2021. The Gunk, Anacrusis, and Halo Infinite are all holiday 2021. Scorn is coming soon, and Hello Neighbor 2 is coming soon as well. So all of these games are coming to day one Game Pass. If you want to play them, they're on Game Pass.
Yeah. What's
Crazy.
The game that
Halo Infinite.
What's the game that you're tiny? You're in the garden. What's that game?
Is that not PlayStation 5?
No, that's Xbox.
Oh, is it?
Isn't it?
Has Xbox not got one where you run around and there's like you're chasing ant people or something?
Xbox, eh?
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway.
I was watching something and it was they were explaining how to play the game, and I'm like, I don't want to play this game. It's like, so all you need to do is simply walk up to here and press this button combination, and then once you get that button combination, you can then access this submenu, and this submenu who's got this thing, I'm like glazed over. I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's too because I get to play a game maybe 15 minutes a time. So when I come back to a game 2 weeks later, I'm like, what button to press? I'm like, I don't know what to do. It's far too difficult.
I played Days Gone this week.
Did you?
I continued to play it, and I get Red Dead Redemption back into that again as well.
Oh, did you? You're still at 17%.
Was it 17? I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Well, Danny started playing it, and he's much better than me at it. So.
Oh, okay.
But I think there's a couple of wee dodgy bits in it. They can't. I remember there being a bit in it where he's in a bath with a naked lady.
Yeah.
I think we might have to kind of avert his eyes at that bit.
Yeah, salty bits in it. Red Dead 2, I shot the sheriff, and that was it. It was game over for me because I had to run from the law, and I'm like, and my horse ran away, so I was in the desert by myself, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm dead then.
Well, I told you the story because, well, you'll know the controls. L2 is speak, and R2 is shoot. I got them mixed up. Shot a guy in the face.
What did you?
Aye.
I think I thought I was pressing use, and I pressed fire instead.
Yeah. I had to shoot my horse. Okay. Oh, terrible.
You had to shoot all your horses. In fact, you're not using them as landmarks?
No, but they became landmarks. I had to shoot my horse in remember I went through a tunnel thinking it was going to be quite short. It was about a mile long, and the horse got knackered, and I had to shoot it because it was dead.
In the dark.
Oh, it was like dying, basically, in the dark, and then find my way out. Oh, God. Nightmare stuff. Anyway, sorry.
You were talking about a good game. I'm going to share the screen here.
Aye, it was Metal Jesus Rocks was talking about this one. Kind of hidden gems, and I thought this looks cracking.
It looks like a Kurosawa movie, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's like a side scroller game.
The
graphics are unbelievably good.
I know. And
I
it's got
think it's
the
coming out.
wee the filmic things in there, the wee dust particles.
Yeah, it looks brilliant.
I'll have a good Kurosawa maybe. So yeah, that looks
I think
great.
I'll be getting that one. I'll be getting that definitely.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Beautiful. I love how it's in black and white as well.
Yeah. And then the other one you mentioned was this one, which is Broken Pieces.
These are the ones that stood out to me from his video. I think he'd about 20, maybe 15 or 20, but I thought these ones looked the most interesting.
So this is what is this, a puzzle game?
It's like a mystery kind of puzzle type game, yeah.
Right.
Looks beautiful though. I like these kind of slow paced games, you know. Or maybe it isn't. That looks slow. Walking sim.
Yeah.
The hell's that? No, but it looks good. It's a bit
Is this
like that other
French?
Yeah. I don't know if it's made by French people, but it's set in France.
Yeah, 27th of March. 27 Mars. Oh, there you go. There's a wee bit of
some sort of sci-fi thing going on with gravity as well there. Yeah.
Canada. And suddenly winter.
Yeah. Maybe it's set in Montreal. Oh, maybe it's set in Montreal or something.
Montreal, yeah.
Maybe.
I've got new set pictures of Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan watch.
I think this is actually. Why does it keep doing that on Twitter? Every time I share Twitter, it goes nope. This is Obi-Wan's stunt double, not Obi-Wan himself.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, yeah. And then that's him again. You can see his wee boots there. His wee bindings and stuff. Nice.
All the rage at Christmas.
Yeah. And then we've got this one here. So we've got an Imperial officer with a bottle of fizzy water by the looks of it. This is in California, going by the Porsche sitting there. Okay. So they're filming in California. Looks of it.
This actress was in Game of Thrones. She was a kind of princess, such and so person. Yeah.
Yes. And then Stormtrooper.
Yep. Yeah. Ewan McGregor was actually on talking about. He was talking to Diego. No, not Diego Luna. Talking to Pedro Pascal. Did you see that interview?
I did not. No.
And they were having a conversation, and he was in Obi-Wan. Ewan McGregor get excited because, and he says in the prequels, it wasn't the original Stormtroopers, but in this one, he said it's the original Stormtroopers going to be in this. So he's really excited to see them.
Oh, really?
He's never seen them before in real life. Yeah. So
wait,
he got a bit of a buzz out of that.
Who'd never seen them in real life?
Well, it was the Clone Troopers in his movie.
Oh, of course, yeah. Because
I think. Plus, I think all the Clone Troopers were CGI.
They were, yeah.
In the prequels.
Yeah.
So he'd never been on set with a Stormtrooper.
That's crazy.
That's quite a fascinating fact. And plus, it was the original trilogy Stormtroopers as well.
Yeah.
Which got him even more buzzing because that was his, that's his jam. You know.
That's Michael Keaton on the set of Batman.
Oh.
And then this is his car. That's his wee car.
I've not seen any of these.
That's his wee car there.
That's
and there's Michael Keaton again. And then where's the other one I saw? Where's the other one?
It's the Flash movie he's going to be in though.
Oh, it's
not. It's not Superman that he's going to be in.
Supergirl. So there you go. Obviously, once they do the sepia wash over the top of it, all the colours will blend in, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Well, it's not Zack Snyder that's doing it.
I know, but they've got a look, haven't they?
He likes a sepia wash, doesn't he?
He does, aye. I love a sepia wash. That's what he tells his cinematographer. Well, his cinematographer is beside a brick wall, smashing his head into it.
And JJ's getting the old lens flare out.
These guys really need to stop with these things. They need to stop.
Do you remember the first time you ever used Photoshop, though you put lens flare and everything? He's never got over that phase. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I used to do that.
But the thing is,
I did.
The thing is that, and it's the same thing that I don't understand in video games, is when you're doing something and they splash dirt up onto the screen and folk go, "That's a great effect," and you're going like, "Those are my eyes."
That's in your eyeballs.
How does that work?
Unless you're in a car.
It's a camera. So you're basically saying you're holding a camera, looking through the camera at a screen. So you're wandering around with a camera in your head. Just silly.
Bunkers.
And the last story we've got is Disney Plus announced that they have. Let me just make this a bit bigger. They have a Beatles documentary coming called Get Back.
Oh, yes.
Which
Will thought was going to be a movie, wasn't it? Didn't we?
Yeah, I thought it was a movie. So this is this maybe the White Album sessions? Maybe?
No, it's Let It Be.
No? Was it Let It Be?
Right. This was right. This is the footage from the Let It Be movie, right? They had like 500 hours of footage that Peter Jackson had to sift through.
Okay.
And so the Let It Be movie was kind of showed the Beatles breaking up effectively.
Yeah.
Whereas this is showing more of the joyous moments and the fun part.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of fake. Kind of, because Let It Be was probably more realistic because they did split up,
Yeah, but this is a nice happy.
They stay together.
This is the happy ending. This is the Hollywood ending. Yeah.
This is the Disney version where they stick together. Hey.
So was the Peter Jackson one going to come out on like Fox Searchlight or Fox Pictures? Is that where it was going to come out? And so they just decided that we're putting in Disney Plus. We're not going to borrow the actual release.
I'm not sure. I just know it was supposed to be originally a movie, and when you that's the first I'd heard when you sent that to me.
Yeah.
So it's going to be back-to-back days as well, 23rd, 26th, 27th, so you don't need to wait a week for each episode. That's good.
Yeah.
They're not fans of putting out the whole thing, are they, like Netflix?
No, not really.
I like to
tease it out. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's the November 25th, 26th, and 27th. So it's not too bad. I think that might be over Thanksgiving weekend in America. Let me just look it up.
What date was it there? Sorry, was it August? Say that again.
November.
September? No wonder.
Well, what I was saying was, if you were to take the thing from the shelf but put it under the shelf, November 25th this year is Thanksgiving in the States. So it's Thanksgiving weekend. So there you go. That explains it. So Get Back to November 25th, as opposed to November 5th, 1955, which of course is when.
So it's more of a positive title as well.
Get back.
Get back.
Yeah. Get back to where you once belong.
Let it be.
That's the drum beat for Get Back.
That's right.
And that's it. Shall we move on to the next segment?
Yes, sir.
What you watching?
Well, I nearly sang Yes, Sir, I Can Boogie because I was watching the old football. Scotland
triumphant
against England.
0-0
Triumphant. Aye.
What? Okay. Can you explain to people who may or may not understand how football works? Why is 0-0 such an important score? Because England were like, oh, this is devastating.
All you Americans and people that like hunters of scores and things like that, points for everything. Oh, you dropped the ball over there. There's a point for you. Oh, you've lifted the ball back up. There's a point.
That's not true.
We don't do it like that here. Yeah. Basically, the big deal is that we're in the group stages of the Euros, which is fantastic anyway, just to get there. And everybody thought we were going to get beaten about 3 or 4-0.
Okay.
And we actually went into the game, and not only did we not, we didn't score, but they never scored. We never conceded any either. But we held our own, and we were probably the better team as well.
But surely a better team would have scored 1-0.
No. But England are seeded 4th.
Yeah, that's true.
Scotland are seeded 44th. So
44.
David and Goliath, basically. Okay. That is the So we held our own, and we had a lot of good chances. We didn't score, but it was a good game.
I used to collect the Panini football books and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I never understood football. I remember getting
past 1978.
1978.
That's why.
I know. That was like I think it was the last time. I'm like, that's it. In fact, I think it was the last time I think I filled a Panini football album. It was 1978. Graham Rix was still playing for Arsenal.
There you go.
In fact, what's his name? Alan Hansen was playing for Liverpool.
Stevie Nicks was playing for Arsenal.
Stevie Nicks was playing for Arsenal.
You managed to get them mixed up.
Do you know what? I said that as a joke once, and everybody's like, oh. I just thought it was funny. It was like a total dad joke, and everybody's just it got a laugh. I don't care.
A dad joke at the age of what?
7 or something? 6. Yeah, 6 or 7, whatever it was. I just thought it was funny, the fact that Stevie Nicks, because somebody said Stevie Nicks, and I said, does he not play for Arsenal? Knowing fine well it was Graham Rix, and Stevie Nicks was the singer of Fleetwood Mac. I knew that back then. Pink Floyd, aye.
Anyway.
We all know that's David Waters.
Yeah, big
comments below.
Kidding. We know it's Roger Gilmore. Come
exactly.
On, yeah. Aye.
Mick Mason and drums.
That's it. Aye. Right. So, what else did I watch? I actually wrote this down so I wouldn't forget, and I'm messing it up. We were on the old Disney Plus, and we watched that Luca, which was straight on to Disney Plus
on Pixar.
Yeah. Directed by the same guy that did the La Luna.
The short
mini movie, the short movie, yeah. Which I didn't know that at the time, but as I was watching it, I'm like, this is kind of themes and the character design and stuff like that. That's very like Luna. So that was a really nice movie. Don't know if you got to watch it, but
I haven't yet. No, I need to watch.
Yeah, it's really.
Raya.
Oh, that's cracking. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was absolutely brilliant. That's one to watch again, actually. But yeah, this maybe, I don't know if I enjoyed it quite as much as Raya, but it was a kind of slower pace. It was a kind of nice summer movie.
Okay.
Yeah, really nice. A lot of nice gags and stuff in it. And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I watched Together on the BBC, which is James McAvoy and Sharon Hogan. Sharon. Which was a couple in lockdown who should have split up, but because of lockdown they can't
Sharon Horgan
leave each other, and it's very natural. James McAvoy is absolutely brilliant in it. I'd say very, very natural acting. It's quite, they're at each other's throats all the way through it, and kind of they're talking to. It's as if somebody's looking into them on a Zoom call. So they're like, oh, he's this and she's that, and
Uh,
it's like that. So they're talking to the camera as if you're kind of listening
oh,
in a
okay.
Zoom call type thing, almost,
Yeah.
But it's done like a play, but they're talking to you as if,
Mhm.
oh, she did this, and it's like that. And yeah, it was quite good. I quite enjoyed it, but it was because it's quite negative and they're shouting at each other. It was a bit tough watch, I
Yeah.
suppose. You don't really want to see conflict like that. And they've got
Yeah.
they're a wee kid and stuff, and he's
It's
just
kind of
keeping out the road
uncomfortable.
of it and things a little bit.
Mhm.
Aye, it's kind of dark humor,
Yeah.
quite good.
Yeah.
Baby Driver, we watched again
Aye.
last night. Watched that
Edgar
again.
Wright.
Yeah, aye, thoroughly enjoyed it again.
Mhm.
I actually didn't realise that all this kind of sync. At the beginning when the Harlem Shuffle's on and
Mhm.
the lyrics come up as he's walking along. You've seen it, haven't you?
I have, yeah, but it was a long time ago and I can't really
All right.
remember it.
Anyway, so the lyrics come up and stuff, but that happens all the way through the movie.
Oh,
The
does it?
gunfire is like to the beat and everything. I didn't realise that. It's only the second time I've seen it. And we kind of gradually go, that's so to the beat and everything. And,
Mhm.
really is done almost like a musical sort of
Yeah.
thing, Um,
They took that thing from when he was hitting John the bartender,
that's right, yeah.
because that
What's the
was all
song?
done to the beat.
What was the song?
Tonight I'm gonna have myself a good
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Fahrenheit. Calling myself Fahrenheit. Traveling at the speed of light. 200 degrees. And
Yeah.
in the state of light. Superman, you. Don't stop me.
Keep going.
Don't stop me now.
Don't stop me now. That's the one. I'm going to
Those
have to stop
people,
you.
honestly, there's people punching headliners. Like,
Jesus.
you idiots!
I do apologise. I feel a bit tired today. I don't know why.
It's okay.
Um,
Shh.
uh, um,
Just,
what else?
just don't forget that this is a podcast about two brothers talking about popular culture, and it's something they know nothing about, but they're willing to give it a try. Bless. That's the tagline for this podcast. So don't worry
It's
about
more
it.
like the
It's
disclaimer. Say.
okay.
Anyway,
Just ready to hear a
this one.
Loki commentary. We know nothing about
Aye.
the MCU or Marvel.
Well, talking about Loki, I was, my thoughts about, as I've said a lot of times about two people talking.
Uh-huh.
Very wordy that episode. That's all I'm saying.
About the Loki episode, the last one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did you not like it?
No, I did like it. But
I know you're more of a
I
silent
kind
movie
of,
kind of guy, but
I kind of, I kind of sometimes, switch off a little bit when folk are just talking, and there's not anything happening. I just kind of switch off. It's me. It's not me. It's you. It's not you. It's me.
We do a podcast, and that's literally all it is two guys talking.
That's a very good point, actually. Mm.
Okay.
Some would say I do that while we're in this podcast. Switch off. Hey, what? Did you say? Netflix. Back to Netflix.
Uh-huh.
Becoming a God in Central Florida.
It's easy for you to say.
Kirsten Dunst.
Okay.
She's in it.
Becoming
which is good. It's like a bit like a kind of what do you call them? Coen Brothers esque, I would say. That type of feel about it.
Uh-huh.
Her husband is into this kind of pyramid scheme where they're trying to get other people to get involved in it, and while he is at this kind of rally to get folk, involved, on the way home, he crashes his car into a lake and gets eaten by an alligator.
Oh, okay.
A crocodile, and she's left with nothing and all this stock that he's accumulated. He's ended, and it gets even worse because he's actually the one that's been buying his own stock to make it look as if he's been successful. So
Right.
it's like
Okay.
she's got all these boxes of crap. So we're only about 2 or 3 episodes in.
Uh-huh.
So that's good. I'm enjoying that.
Okay. And is it based in Central Florida? Oh, it is.
It's in Florida. It's in Florida. Yep.
She's a minimum wage earning water park employee in Greater Orlando.
Yeah.
So
I
she
think
works.
she's great.
So basically, she works for either Volcano Bay or Aquatica.
No, it's like a wee one. It's a wee
Oh, is it?
independent one.
Okay. Oh, it's like
It's
the
like
the,
not
the one that in the Churches video.
oh
back
God,
in
probably.
yeah.
Yeah, we can have the wee dodgy one. You know that.
Yeah.
That.
The one that they definitely put razors in the. No one does that.
Ooh. Well, I've got a story about that, but anyway, tell you off here.
Okay. Is that it? You done? Is it me? Is it my turn?
That's it.
And that's it.
Aye.
So we watched Loki on Wednesday. So that was the sort of start of our week. It's a nice wee thing to end the middle of the week with, I think, Loki. Like it being on a Wednesday instead of a Friday is nice. It kind of splits the week up a little bit, gives you something to look forward to midweek.
Definitely.
As opposed to, I've got to go all the way to Friday for something to look forward to.
It's only 6 parts.
I know. I think it's ticking along. I like it. I don't think it's too talky. I think this one, I quite like the kind of investigation thing that he was doing, and then the whole kind of tracking down the. I won't give the thing away. Watch us tomorrow when we dissect it on our reaction video, which is 10 p.m. UK time and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll talk about it a bit more there. But I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was really good. I really like Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I think he's doing a fantastic job. The Owen Wilson's performance as well as Mobius M. Mobius is just so
he's
good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, he's great in everything, but he's just excellent in this. He's really good. And I can't fault the rest of the cast either. So I'm enjoying it. I'm continuing to watch it. I've given up that MODOK. I can't bother.
Nah, I'm definitely enjoying Loki. I definitely preferred the episode 1 though to that one. I'll say that much.
I mean, I don't think every episode is good. It's the same as Mandalorian. There's slower episodes in the Mandalorian.
I know. It's only as a whole you can go, oh, that was really good, you know?
Yeah.
Because stories are going to have to be like that. You know?
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have like kind of down things. And it ended nicely, I thought. The episode, it was one of those cliffhangers where it felt like the story was going to go someplace after it rather than a cliffhanger where it was like, oh, who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I watched The Bad Batch with Rika, Iko, Teak, and Hunter. I liked it. I thought it was a good episode.
Yep.
We're obviously going to be doing the reaction video of it tomorrow. I thought it was good being. It's the second episode in the Boneyard, and I liked it. I thought it was a good episode. I liked the first episode, the previous week's episode in the Boneyard, and I like this one in there because it's one of those. I don't know. I find it very world building, and I didn't find it slow. And it there's been a few episodes of The Bad Batch I've watched where I've been sitting half watching it and I've been on my phone. The last two I haven't. So I think that's it's either subconsciously making me like I'm getting more out of the show, or they're just doing better episodes now.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure which one it is.
Yeah, I like it so far. What I've seen. I had to stop watching it though because we're heading out.
Yeah.
But
and then TV wise, I'll get to the movies in just a sec. TV wise, I watched the last thing I watched was Why Women Kill season 2. So we watched there's 5 episodes been released on Paramount Plus just now. We've watched 3 of them. It's season 2. So Nick Frost. It's so where the first season had 3 stories in the same house. This is just one story in one house. But as a bonus, Nick Frost is in it. He plays the husband, and Alison Tolman is in it, and she plays the wife. And they are just perfect. They're really good together.
What's that on?
It's
on
on
Netflix?
Paramount Plus. I'm not sure what
Right.
what it would be over in the UK. Viacom Plus. I don't know what it would be in the UK, but it's out over there. It's really good. Movie-wise, Friday night we moved from Roger Moore to Sean Connery. So we started watching Sean Connery from the beginning. So we watched Dr. No on Friday, and we watched From Russia with Love last night. So my favorite James Bond was Roger Moore. Nope, not anymore. I'm 2 movies in.
Seen Canary.
And I'm in Seen Canary. So what I didn't realize was James Bond, the Dr. No movie, was the movie that started off The Man from U.N.C.L.E., Mission Impossible, all these things. Like, that's the movie that everybody went, oh, we need to get some of that. And it just went whoop, took off like that. And you can see in both those movies, Dr. No and From Russia with Love, all the tropes for movies like, the Mission Impossibles, the Man from U.N.C.L.E., even Fast and Furious movies, because they're kind of the same thing. It's like a spy thrillery type thing. And it's all exotic locations and all these kind of
Johnny English.
Mr. Bean, all these things. And it's fantastic. And the thing is, Dr. No, and especially with From Russia with Love, hasn't aged. I know the effects are a bit wonky, but the story's there, the characters there, the acting's there, and it's really, really good. Like, it just, like you can see this being like remade, and they wouldn't really change it a shot because there's nothing really to change, and it's less campy than the 70s ones. It's less, I would argue, it's less misogynistic than the other one. There's still some elements. So obviously, there's a lot of flirting between Bond and Moneypenny in there, but it's not as overtly misogynistic as the later movies. I don't think, anyway. I mean, it's still. That's not to say it's not problematic, but it's better than it got, I think, because it ended up being a bit kind of Carry On type, old matron type humor towards the end of the 70s. Especially, I mean, come on, one of the movies is called Octopussy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, how they get away with that, I don't know. But it's Daniel Craig one, though. I can't remember what one it was. He follows a woman onto a boat. She jumps in the shower, and he just jumps in with her, having not said a word to her.
That's a bit creepy.
Very creepy. She just goes in with it.
Does he know her?
No.
Huh?
If I did that, right?
The next thing that you'd be hearing is "Milord."
Aye. You'd see an empty podcast.
That's right. I'd just be talking to myself.
Exactly.
We can't be here.
They tried to copy James Bond.
It didn't go well. So yeah, and then I watched a guy explaining how John Mason, who is the lead character in The Rock, played by Sean Connery, is actually James Bond. And he does a pretty good job of convincing me that he is James Bond.
Oh, right. Is this a theory on YouTube?
Yes, yeah, it's a fan theory. Apparently, it's the guy took all the dates and everything, and basically you don't see him as being James Bond and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty good theory.
I need to watch that.
Yeah,
just put the link to that on the.
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah,
I like that type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sorry if you
I
you
got
still
one
going.
more thing. I got one more thing to do,
Oh,
but it's
right.
okay. On you go. No, you say what you want to say.
No, you because it was one that was shared. I watched the Clarkson's Farm.
Oh, did you watch it?
I completed it as well. Hmm.
What did you think?
I absolutely loved it. I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
It's
Feel
really
good telly at its best.
yeah.
Caleb and what's the guy's name? The Stone Dyke guy.
I don't
I
know.
mean that just got funnier and funnier. I was
But
sitting.
at the very end, he said something like, "He said, well, I'm gonna miss you," or something like in perfect English.
I know exactly. No, it's not. It's he's like, well, let's go and start again. He's like, hey, you said you're going to a party in London.
Oh,
Something like
yes.
that. Aye, he said something like that.
Yeah,
But no,
Caleb
I
was
thought it was
great.
cracking.
Caleb was great. He
Yeah,
was like, he's absolutely Clarkson's like foil. Like he just didn't take any crap from him
I
whatsoever.
know.
Shouting him down.
Aye,
It's great.
I love the fact
And his
they did
girlfriend's the
send him
same
to
as well.
London. Aye,
Yes.
I love the fact they sent him to London.
Yeah. He'd
Um,
never been out the county before.
yeah,
Go
it
to
definitely
London.
got to be an offshoot
Oh yeah.
show, even if they don't do like
Yeah.
the farming. Yeah, just
Yeah.
take him to America or something.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, the two of them traveling. That'd be funny.
that.
Um and today, anyway, I watched Captain America: First Avenger with Sam. She'd never seen it before. That was my Father's Day movie.
All right, cool.
I haven't seen it. I've seen it. I think I've seen it twice before. It's like my third time watching it. It's
Uh-huh.
a great wee movie. I mean, it's not a wee
Oh, it's
movie. It's
brilliant.
like 2.5 hours long, but it's still a
Yeah,
great movie, and it ticks along as well.
yeah, man. For my
Um,
money, the Captain Avenger trilogy is,
yeah,
one of the best parts of those 23
yeah.
movies.
What I
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize though, and this will just infuriate you even more, is so we
Oh
fire it
no,
up on Disney Plus, and stars are
Ryan
flying
Johnson's
through
not
this.
involved.
No, no, God, no. He's nowhere near it. Are you kidding? It's a good movie.
Yeah, true.
And stars start flying across a lake, and I'm like, Paramount? And sure enough, it goes into the circle with a famous mountain, Paramount, a Viacom company. I'm like, why is Indiana Jones not on Disney Plus?
What?
I don't understand.
I
I mean,
don't
I
get
knew
it.
Iron Man, and Iron Man 2, I think. They're both Paramount. And I figured that they just got them because reasons. But yeah, Captain America's a Paramount movie as well. I didn't know.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
I'm going to petition Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Get,
you should.
get Indiana Jones on. Even Crystal
Dear
Skull.
Walt Disney,
Mhm.
what's the difference between Fred Astaire and Walt Disney? Fred dances, but Walt Disney.
You said that wrong, actually.
What?
What's the
What's the
difference
difference between
between?
Fred Astaire and Walt Disney?
Oh, what's the difference between Fred Astaire and Mickey Mouse?
I don't know.
Fred Astaire. No, I don't know. I'll
Right.
come back in the
Anyway,
room.
in the last 2 minutes, I want to talk about a game I played this week, which is not a game. It's called Game Builder Garage. I can't even get the name right.
Oh yes, right. Yeah.
And I said last week I would do a full review. My
Uh-huh.
full review is actually up on my other channel, but
Oh, is it?
it is, yeah. Because I needed to put content on my other channel because I'm supposed to do a new video every week, and I do a new video like every other day here. So I was like, oh, I should probably put it on the other channel.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will talk about it just now. If you have a child who is who can read, who's at the reading level age, so like 5, 6, maybe 7, well, five or 6, and they want to get into making games, this is a fantastic game for them. If you are an adult and you really like making levels on Mario Maker and you want to take it to the next level, this is a great game. If you are a game designer and you want to try out new ideas, This is a great game. I can't think of
Really?
anything
Well,
that you couldn't do in it. Like, I'm sure there's a few things you can't do, but for doodling ideas, if you're a game designer or game developer, I think this is a fantastic thing. Like, if you're sitting on the bus and all you've got is your Switch and you just think, oh, geez, I've got that good idea there, and something comes to mind, you could doodle that out there. It is fantastic. Um it takes you through a whole bunch of tutorials. So I'm going through the tutorials just now. So I haven't actually started making a game, but I can see where I could like put things together to make like a first person shooter or whatever it is, or like a platform game or whatever you want to make. And so all these things kind of connect together. So the way it works is everything is through these things called node-ons. And these are little tiny boxes that either are visible and they go on the screen, or they're invisible and they control some aspect of the game. So, like, there's an input node on for each one of the buttons. There's a timer node on. There's like a counter node on. All these things, and you draw lines between them and connect these nodes together, and that makes up your game. And it sounds a wee bit complicated, but there's a step-by-step guide. The first tutorial, I think, takes 20 minutes. The next one's 40 minutes. Then the one after that's like 50. And then it kind of 40, 50 minutes for each one of them. By the end of I think it's like 3 hours or something for all the tutorials, you'll be a whiz at it, and you'll be able to like program whatever game you want. It is such a time waster. It's so good. It's an excellent game. It's 40 Canadian dollars, which I think is like £20. Pick it up. It's worth it. 20 quid. What is that? 5 pints of beer?
Yeah. So once you make your game, can you publish it up somewhere, or can you play other people's games?
So if you have, that's an excellent question. If you have a Nintendo Online account, you can post it up, and you get one of these like a G code or a P code, depending on whether you want to do the game or the person who made the game. If you do the person, then it gives a list of the games. If you just do G, whatever it is, and so you can share that, you can tweet it out and say, "Hey, go and get this code," and then it'll download it, and you can play it on your machine there. Now, not only can you download the game, so there's games out there already, and you can download them, but you can also copy them and change them as well.
Ooh.
So that's really cool. So you can learn how the nice thing is though, you can learn how other people make games, and then you can learn from it. And that's what remember the magazine listings that you would get? Like that's the same thing as that you would get this magazine listing. You type it in, invariably something would be wrong, you'd have to debug it, and then you have to fix it, and then you tweak things, you'd be like, I'll give myself infinite lives or whatever. And that's kind of part of the fun of learning how to program. And this brings that to a nice little handheld console. It's great.
Very good.
And if it's in docked mode, you can plug in a USB mouse and you can use the mouse to make things.
Oh, brilliant. Even better.
So yeah, can't recommend it enough.
Magic.
I will give it 8 out of 10. And I'm only docking it 2 points because it's quite complicated in bits. But it's fantastic. I think Danny would love it, to be honest.
Right, okay.
So I would pick up, 20. Like I said, it's probably 20 quid because it's 40 bucks over here.
I'll need to check actually. What's it called?
Let's see. Game Builder Garage. In fact, let me tell you how much it is. Except all cookies. Game Builder Garage is you can try it for free. Can't wait to build your first node. Download the demo now and get less than one tag showdown. Oh, there you go. There you go. Buy in store. Here we go. Oh, it is $26.99.
Well, sounds like a bargain.
Yep, $26.99. And yeah, like I said, you can download the first one for free. This is the game I'm talking about, by the way. I'll share the screen here. This is it here, Game Builder Garage. So you have these little things called these little connection things. Yeah, this is a control stick node on, and so you got a left, right, the stick, and you move it to left, right, player, and that's it.
They had an element. They had an element of this in the Labo stuff.
Yes,
a little bit, tiny bit of programming in that.
Mm-hmm. This is very much a continuation of that. You can see the button. You can now go from button to jump. So now when you press B, it jumps.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Great wee thing.
Excellent.
Brilliant. And that's it. Is there anything else you wanna talk about? You wanna bring up? You wanna talk about this Father's Day? June 20th, 2021? No, anything? No. You
Nothing.
You want that one? You don't want to say anything? No, of course.
Jeez.
Anyway, if you like the rest of the podcast, not my high pitched screaming there, press the like button and share. That would be great because it really helps the channel. And if you want to comment below as well about things that we got wrong, you want to shout at us for not knowing who people are, please leave us a comment below. And of course, if you want timely reminders of when we put up a new video, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And you'll be told, for example, that we have a reaction video tomorrow at 10 p.m. in the UK time on Loki, and then we have one on Bad Batch immediately after it. So it's a long shift tomorrow.
Tough
but it is, yeah. And yeah, that's all I've got. We good to go?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for watching, listening, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.